A big topic most men struggle with is keeping a woman around, keeping her interested, keeping her wanting him for the long term. See, the reason why a lot of guys have issues doing this is because they play it safe. A lot of guys, they want to stick by the book and be consistent and dot their I's and cross all their T's when it comes to women. But you got to remember, women are addicts. And what do they need? They need emotions. And you are the dealer. You are the one who's supposed to be stimulating those emotions, giving her what she needs, breadcrumbing her, pulling back and giving her some. No, it's not malicious. It's not bad, but it's to keep her coming around, to keep her happy, to keep her sanity, right? A lot of guys don't know how to be a dealer. So what they do is they tell a woman, hey, I really like you. I really love you. They express their feelings. They open up to the girl. And what usually happens? She ghosts them. She starts to drift off. Haven't you been there? You're hanging out with a girl 4, 5, 6 months, a year. Then what usually happens? It gets stale. It gets boring for her. To you, you're good. Then she starts to look elsewhere. Women can't help it. Don't be afraid. Don't be mad. Don't be upset at them. They need constant stimulation from time to time. Okay. So how do you do this? You do this in 3 ways. Number 1, you have to create mystery. This is the secret, the biggest one, to keeping her coming back. A lot of guys think, well, I got to let her know my intentions. I got to let her know I'll always be there for her. I got to get her promise rings and engagement rings and all these different things, right? And what usually happens when you give her that ring? She starts to get bored. She starts to look elsewhere. She starts to argue with you. She starts to pick fights. That's because there's no uncertainty there. This is a huge secret to keep her coming, right? You are the dealer. She's the addict. So you have to give her injections here and there. You have to give her what she wants now. Then you have to pull back. Then you have to give her a little emotion. You have to pull back. You have to give her a little bit of attention, a little bit of validation, then pull back. Mystery is extremely important when it comes to women. This is why women always continue to chase the guy who doesn't want them. That's because him wanting her will be the validation she needs. And you know what she'll say? Oh, I don't want this guy anymore. It's kind of like a woman playing with a toy for Christmas or a kid playing with something. They get it. They start playing with it and woo. And then a couple days later, a week later, guess what they do? They throw that toy away or they just set it over there and they don't touch it for the rest of the year until another Christmas comes and they get another toy. This is how women see you guys. This is why I call this the roller coaster effect, because every woman needs it. I don't care what her occupation is. I don't care what her background is. I don't care what her ethnicity is. Every woman is full of emotions. And if you don't know how to give her some and take some away and make her feel a little uneasy, what's going to happen is she's going to go to another guy so she can get that emotions. See, a lot of guys think that, well, me being on my purpose and me having a business and being on my journey, this is what's going to keep her coming. Well, that's part of it. Okay. But at the same time, what does she need? Constant stimulation from time to time. This is why if you're in a long-term relationship and guess what she does? Everything's going well. She'll start a little debate with you. She'll, pick a little fight or do something or bring something up that makes no sense or says, were you staring at that girl? And you're like, what you talking about? And you probably took a glance, but that's because she needs what? Stimulation. She needs a man who's going to give her that emotion. So what you do, number 1, create some mystery. Let's say you're used to hanging out with her every single weekend. She comes over on Friday. She stays till all the way till Sunday morning. What you do, and a lot of guys are afraid to do this, especially these boyfriends. You say, hey, I got something going on this weekend. I got to work some overtime. I got a project to do. I got some family coming into town. Whatever you have to do, I got to hang out with some guys. And what you do is you push that back to the following weekend or a day the next week. So then she can get some sort of mystery and she can say, you know what she's going to think? Is he really seeing family? Is he really hanging out with his boys? Is he really working on a project? That's where the mystery comes in. This is the secret hit that she needs. She needs that mystery. So she'll think, man, he's probably talking to other girls. He's probably doing this. Now, a lot of guys are going to be afraid and going to say, man, I don't want to upset my girl. I don't want her to leave me. She might talk to other guys if I skip my weekend, if we skipped our regularly scheduled program. No. And here's the thing. Even if she does talk to other guys, it's out of your control anyway. Remember, she belongs to the streets, right? She's not always yours. It's just your turn temporarily. So when you do this and you skip a little day or you skip a weekend, you have her come over, she's going to want you that much more. She's going to want to come see you. She's going to be happy because she's going to think, man, I got to have sex with him. I got to give him something that he really wants, right? Which is to blow your mind in the bedroom. Then she's going to be excited to see you. And then this is how you kind of manage that emotion. Second way, when it comes to texting, limit your contact. Now, I'm not saying you can't totally communicate with a woman at all, but how you should do it is in spurts. You don't text, and you text the whole day. What you do is you text her a little bit of 4 or 5 times. Then you go about 3-4 hours without texting her. Then you pick up where you left off. You leave her text messages on red. You be the last one, all right? Or she be the last one to message you. Then you can resume and pick up wherever you left off because you're the dealer. Remember that, all right? That's the second way. So kind of be spotty with the text. Don't always text her and be reliable and tell her what you're doing. She says, hey, what you up to? You wait a little bit and then you tell her, hey, I'm doing this or I'm doing that, right? Always appear busy, all right? The second way. The third way is you have to make sure that she is replaceable, okay? Because a lot of guys get in relationships and they get with women and then guess what? The women start disrespecting them. The women start getting bored. The women don't really come around as much. They start flaking. That's because she knows you're always there. So she understands that you have different social circles you are into. You hang out with this person, that person. You're probably around women over here. Maybe you're at the gym, whatever. What's going to happen is she's going to say, man, this guy probably is able to replace me. This guy is able to talk to other women, right? Don't cut every single woman off. Don't act like, well, I got to keep my head straight and I can't look at other women, because what's going to happen is, believe it or not, she's going to start to drift off because there is no competition. And women love competition. They love if her man is still able to get those girls, because that means to her that, man, I have a prize, right? He chose me out of all those girls. These are 3 secrets that will keep women around, okay? That will keep them coming and wanting you more. A lot of guys are afraid to pull any of this stuff because they're like, well, if I do, my girlfriend gonna leave me. My wife might, get mad at me or get upset. No, she's not. Here's the thing. Negative emotions are far more powerful than positive emotions when it comes to women. Always remember, she's looking for some sort of drama. This is why they love those shows. This is why they love reality shows, because there's always some friction, because it makes her feel like she's alive. It makes her feel like, wow, I'm feeling something. It boils her insides. So if you're able to do these different things, I promise you, it'll keep her coming. Now, the bad boys and alpha guys, the guys who get a lot of women, they can do this, on the whim. Matter of fact, they don't even know they're doing this. They just do it subconsciously because they have different women. They don't necessarily care about the girl. They're over here. This is how women actually fall in love with a guy, right? They fall in love with a guy because he's kind of aloof. He's not really there. He's kind of spotty with his responses and everything like that. And women are wondering, and it's creating mystery. And she's like, well, am I going to be the girl? Is he going to choose me? And every woman wants to be the main girl. Women are always looking to one up the side girl and say, hey, he chose me, right? So always remember, guys, you are the dealer. You give her hits, you give her doses, you get her little injections from time to time. You pull back here and there on a rare occasion so it can mix things up. Throw a wrench into her emotions, into you guys' this little schedule. I promise you, she will love you for it.
you.